it may land him in another way that will make the apology useless.
Okay.
He should just be straightforward. Just apologize and move on. I mean, even if you have any explanation to do, it shouldn't be about you explaining Patapaa's music.
Yes, you are apologizing, but I want to know the circumstances in which you are apologizing from. Is it out of remorse, or it is simply because people are calling for an apology? And that is why he asked, how did Patapaa come into this conversation? So perhaps in an industry's mind, okay, it is another opportunity for the guy to really show people that, oh, he is not, in fact, he's come to realization and he's not cool with what he said. So he would have reiterated it in a like the apology in a better way, and not to explain. No.
Okay.
And the Dusty's motive for asking those questions was not for the guy to even explain.
That thing should be happening in your meetings.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be out there like the way that they are doing it. I mean, come on. It is not good, and I think we should talk about it for people to stop that thing.
Okay.
Party politics is different from governance, as in the nation doing something. And again, when you go to GTA, we have MPP people working there.
Fact.
Just that you don't know them.
Yeah.
So for those that you know, you will sack them, even if they are civil servants. If they have signed contract with government to work, for government to pay them at the end of the month. Also, NDC for more money civil service bill.
These are two different lines. One was a political party who has won an election, wanted to celebrate, and they were choosing the people that they want to celebrate with. That's fine. But this one, you will not condone it because the office is different. And in fact, the office, as much as it is run by politicians, has no political tag to it and should be treated as such. Whatever decision you want to take, whatever decision you want to take, even if it is coming on a political lines, that's fine. But the moment it comes out, it is, you see, you have every right to defend it non-political or non-partisan. That's how people expect you to do it. You see, people did not, as much as NDC or any other political party may think that, okay, we are in power, we control. They did not vote for you simply because of your political, like, your political party.
Exactly.
But because they saw you competent.
For me, I'm with Arnold on this one. And Ziegah comeback was even poorer than what he did the previous time. He tried to explain himself and he was all over the place. So for me, I think Arnold did a good job trying to put him in check, or trying to tell him that, hey, you can submit your opinion or say whatever you want to say, but say it in a way that we can all say that, okay, this is your opinion, but we disagree, or what you are saying we don't think is the right thing to say. But doing it in a way that at the same time you are disrespecting people is not good.
There's a difference between, say, oh, obi can be, you don't agree with the person. It means you understand what the person is saying. In fact, you can even verify what the person is saying, but it is not enough for you to agree with the person. But once the guardian, you can't even verify. You can't even understand what he's saying. Like, on TSU.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Among the various award schemes that are making inroads in Ghana, I seem to be very excited about one of them. That is one that is about comedy and content creation, where the organizers over the weekend awarded some guys who have been putting in works for the comic industry. And when I say the comic industry, I'm talking about stand-up comedians, those who are producing comic skits, those who are producing stories or movies that are comical. The people have seen the works of these guys and they are rewarding them. As a matter of fact, I am excited about it. I know we have plethora of award schemes in Ghana, but that side was being ignored. At least now they also have where they can run to. But what is the future looking like for them? Is this something that we know they can stand the test of time, longevity, and all? I'll go to my people and find out some more when I resume after watching some videos or some highlights from their event. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Showbiz Daily. My name is Sammy Flex, and we are back to start the week on this note. Thanks for being here with us and always making sure you watch what we do. In the studio, Roland Amate is seated in the middle position. From Shagzi, Shatter Movement, Empire, Roland Report, which is on YouTube, and showbizgh.com. And after all, the extreme left is Intimdo Solomon, aka Chamo, our online manager, and also representing Inti Dosu Digital Solutions. You know, when we meet like this, then obviously time is up for us to do the work of God. To my producers, Theophilus Digosh, Desert, as well as Sam Tuga, they are also behind the scenes, making sure we will enjoy some more. Let's do Ghana Comedy Awards. The good and the bad so far. I'll be back. Well, Roland seems to be closer to them. What can you tell us about Ghana Comedy Awards? As a matter of fact, it looks like I've gotten more closer to them this year. I don't know how many years they've done in the past though, but this year it's on my face. I'm seeing it more than the previous years.
Let me say congratulations to Lexi the comic for winning the how do we call
overall,
it? Yes, overall
Comedian of the Year.
Yeah, Comedian of the Year, and Obi and Ponsa also winning the Stand-Up Comedian of the Year.
Hey.
Yeah, they have.
Let me understand it. So there is the overall Comedian of the year. And the overall
Stand-Up Comedian of the Year.
You are not the one for me to ask you what's the difference, but I don't know if you know.
The difference is in the categories, because in other categories they have the comic act, they even have comic collaboration and stuff.
Those ones are clear.
So
comic collaboration are two comic talents.
What it means is that the Comedian of the Year's own transcends beyond just being a stand-up comedian.
I see.
Exactly. So in the Comedian of the Year category, somebody who does music for comedy, like Ajeze, who won that particular category, can also be part, whether the person is a through and through comedian or not, so far as the person has impact in the comedy space or has impact in the space as a comedian, sort of can compete. And a typical example is the alternative comedian category, which they even nominated
comedy.
Yes, alternative comedy. And here they were talking about the people who are not comedians, who are not known comedians, but some of the things they do or some of their acts also contribute to the comedy industry. And here they cite the likes of Kenata, Shatawale, and the likes. And this year Kenata won that particular category. So in that sense, if the person's impact in the comedy industry, even if the person is not a true and true comedian, but his impact is so huge, the person still may stand a chance of being nominated in the Comedian of the Year. That means it is not only situated in one aspect of comedy, because they have branches, like they will always tell you. They have the slapstick, they have the stand-up comedian, they have the comic actors and stuff. There are people who are comic actors but not stand-up comedians. So they can award a comic actor and award a stand-up comedian. So in the stand-up comedy fraternity, this is the person that won the stand-up comedian of the year. In the comic act, which comprises of the skits, the voiceovers and stuff, this is the person that won the comic act of the year. You get the whole difference. Then there's the overall comedian of the year, which is like the artist of the year. The artist of the year can be won by any of them, just like if the artist is coming from gospel, traditional, or whatever. The person can come from anywhere to win the overall comedian of the year.
So my question would be, so what it will take for somebody to get to the position to win comedian of the year? Like, what will it take? Just the space that you find yourself in alone, or you have done more than where you have yourself? Maybe like you are a stand-up comedian. Okay, you are doing so well there. Would that one alone can qualify you to win comedian of the year, or you have to do more than just being a stand-up comedian?
Oh no, you would have to do more than being a stand-up comedian, because if you base your efforts only as a stand-up comedian, yes, you stand a chance of being like competing with your fellow stand-up comedians. And here I'm talking, that is why they have the stand-up comedian of the year. So you can remain in that circle. But if your impact in terms of your delivery and your contribution in the space goes beyond where you find yourself as a stand-up comedian.
So who were those in that category, the overall comedian?
Then that one I would have to
I want to position them in terms of what they did beyond
the comedy
comedian.
But in the other conversations, yes, you made mention of the fact that you've seen them more, like there's been more visibility this year than previous years. It's because I think they've done it for 3 or 4 years in running. And they started as Comedy and Poetry Awards, where they combine comedy and poetry. You know, before the comedy, and whenever there's a comedy event, it is always linked to poetry. But when the comedy industry gained some form of grounds, they sacked them. They
sacked them.
And are now choosing the musicians. So it is now more of music and comedy than comedy and poetry. So they also had to separate it, and also decided to build a poetry awards. So instead of the Comedy and Poetry Awards, now it is Ghana Comedy Awards and Ghana Poetry Awards. So they want to help build the poetry industry on its own, so it can be independent and not attached to the comedy side.
Well, Chamo, what has been your observation so far?
I think for the comedy, it's a good idea because we have a lot of comedians in the system and they are doing well. I mean, they have pushed so much to get to where they are now. And I think if there's a system or if there's an organization that is ready to award them, why not? I think it's a good idea. So for me, I think yes, they are doing well, and having a comedy awards is not a bad idea. To just encourage people to do their best, and hopefully they will be rewarded for whatever that they have done in this space. So for me, I think it's okay. It's okay. Just that I'm as confused as you were asking about
the difference between the overall
and then
the
best stand-up comedy of the year. I mean, when they are also find themselves in the same space, I don't see the difference that much. But I mean, they have done it for about 4 years now.
4
I think
years.
they will grow with time. And when a lot of people get to know of it, the criticism, the suggestions will shape them to put things in proper perspective. So for me, I think so far so good. Yeah.
So I have the definition for the comedian of the year. The category definition says is the ultimate awards of the night, recognizing Ghana's best comedy act, adjudged with the highest ratings, popularity, and must have at least produced a major comedy project, be it special, movie, theater, or any comedy highlight, and must be listed in most categories in the year under review.
Okay.
Yes, and that is for the comedian of the year.
And the
stand-up
comedian, many and normal.
okay. Yes. Jabo, you want to add something or that you are done?
I think I'm done. Yeah.
Well, so we wish them well, but looks like in terms of thinking about longevity, some of these things should be looked at. So it doesn't look boring, because if I see stand-up comedian of the year, then I see comedian of the year, I'm kind of asking myself, oh, then what is it? Then I start having to feel like, oh, you want to satisfy more than one person. So you don't want it to be like, okay, one person at the top. But I'm feeling good, because I saw a post from Lexi who was bragging that, or boasting that he's won it two times.
Yes, he won it last year and won it this year again.
It's one here after Sunday. But last year, I'm sure Obi also won the stand-up comedian of the year.
I'm here to confirm, but this is the category.
But because Obi,
it says a stand-up comedian who wows audience with humor during performances on stand-up comedy shows or events, and must have produced a comedy special, comedy event, and attracted an appreciative audience during the year under review.
Brofo. But in any ways, we still wish them well. Just that some of these things should come for them to learn. So we wish them well. They shouldn't. You see, it's an award scheme. It is not everybody will be happy. So don't do things in a way that the person will be energy. There be any jollof. And your party as a jollof, you'll be at a bediaman and just so just watch it out. Well, it moves us to another conversation. Somewhere last week, a young musician called Yaw Darling was in the news. On this platform, we actually did a video concerning how he made a reference to Patapaa's brand. Later, I think the same position, I did a self-made video and I put it out, telling people that indeed, you guys should talk to Yaw Darling, if it is possible, to come apologize to Patapaa. Thank God, the video got to headquarters. And today, Yaw Darling has explained what he meant and the fact that he's ready to do a video on X to apologize to Patapaa. I want to ask my people the explanation and even the willful apology that he wants to do and how he wants to do it. Do we assume it will make Patapaa satisfied at all? Do we expect some more? Or how should Yaw Darling even handle this? Well, he spoke to Andy Dusty on Hit FM, who I have an issue with, as a matter of fact. I understand Andy Dusty has a connection with Yaw Darling's team, and that is fine. No problem. It is business. However, it is fair. But I think when, as young people, they go wrong, we should tell them, and especially now. If you are not able to tell them now, and net only hit you to me can't channel. No be shatawale na so be ka no.
Who go to seek any info? What the fuck?
Because at this time, if you are not able to tell them, like when Andy was having the interview with him, he asked him some very serious questions that where from Patapaa's name? Obviously, Patapaa had no business in that conversation. You brought him in. No problem. Whatever you said did not land well. Just say, oh, I did not do it. And oh, you write your song. Patapaa, he coughs his songs. The way you write your song, Patapaa, or coughing and you about one corner. You think it is easy? Well, let's go watch it. When I come back, I ask my people, do we expect some more? Is he handling it well or not? Stay tuned.
Kwame Flex saying that I need to apologize to Patapaa. So I'm currently in Central Region going for tour, and I decided to make a video post on Twitter to apologize to Senior Man because I think the way I said it, I didn't say it in a nice way, but I didn't mean what I said. I was trying to say I would be glad to be compared to Kwame Eugene, who is a singer or like a greater singer in Ghana now than to Patapaa. But Patapaa's craft and his talent is super, super great.
Okay, yeah. But did the host ask anything? Did he mention any name? Did he mention Patapaa? I want to know how Patapaa appeared in the context. I'm just saying, I don't understand.
You see, you obi oyanyum and obi otinyum, and you know Patapaa kind of music, it's a whole different thing. It's like a trendy music. It's just jam. You get it. And with my kind of music that I do, I take my time to write, and that can be compared to Kwame Eugene Dems, not Patapaa. I'm not saying Patapaa's music is not good though, but I mean it's a whole different thing from me, my kind of style. But because I love his music, he's from Central Region too, just like me. That is why I mentioned his name. I love Patapaa's music.
Which Patapaa music do you love?
One corner.
Jamal, let me start this with you. Yaw Darling's comeback on this.
Yeah, I think one positive thing is the fact that now, after seeing the video, he has seen the need to apologize. I think it's a step in the right direction. And he should do something like that. It will help him for people to put him in a way that later it can even be in his favor. Because there could be an issue that people say, oh, this guy there, when he realized why a mistake, to me apologize, and I'll be So because of that, whatever will happen going forward, he will get positive review. So I think he has done something right. Just that I will caution him the way he's trying to explain himself before apologizing. I think it may land him in another way that will make the apology useless. He should just be straightforward. Just apologize and move on. I mean, even if you have any explanation to do, it shouldn't be about you explaining Patapaa's music. No, it's not in your place to do that. And I wasn't comfortable when he started doing that explanation. You could have said that yes, it was wrong for you to even bring him into the conversation and do the kind of comparison that you did. So you are sorry. That's it. Don't explain anything. We all know Patapaa's music. We love it. Some people will not like it or they don't love it. Fine. I mean, we can't force anybody to love Patapaa's music. So if you don't like it or if you don't love it, we are cool with it. But the way that you will try to explain or push it in the face of people, trying to give the differences and all those things, there's no need for that. If you are apologizing, just apologize and move on. And yes, I will give it to him for recognizing that he has done something wrong. And he's ready to apologize. I think it's good. He shouldn't explain himself too much. Because it will render whatever that he's doing useless. Based on what he did on Hit FM. If he tries it again, he will say worse things than what he is trying to apologize for. So for me, I think he should just apologize and move on. He shouldn't be explaining things.
Let's bring in Andy Dusty. Do you think Andy could have made this conversation shorter with him? That he doesn't even have to go do any other video again?
The thing is, for me, Andy asked the right question. Where from Patapaa's name in the whole thing? I think it was the right question. And that was the point that Yaw Darling could have said that, yes, now I've realized that even bringing him in was wrong. So that's in fact, that's why I'm apologizing for whatever that I said. So that you just cut it there. But instead of answering that question and say that, okay, there was no need for me to bring him in, So this is the reason why I'm apologizing for whatever that I said.
Yes,
Then he is trying to
yes.
explain Patapaa's kind of music and
that you there, you right.
yeah, so that's where senior man and the Dusty could have said, hey,
don't go there.
Don't go there. Just say your explanation.
If you feel regretful about it, yes.
Just say whatever you need to say and then let's move on. You are not in any position to explain Patapaa's music or the kind of music that he's been doing. No. The one that they compared you to, they never said that between Patapaa and Kwame Eugene, choose one. No. Yeah. It was you sing like Patapaa, you do your things like Kwame Eugene.
Yes.
And then you just went ahead to say, yes, I'm even happy that people are comparing me to Kwame Eugene. End of case. But not Patapaa. Why? Why do you have to bring in Patapaa and now trying to explain the kind of music that he does? No, there's no need for that. So for me, as I said, I will give it to him for now acknowledging the advice that you give him. And now he says that he wants to apologize. He should make it straightforward and simple.
Okay.
He shouldn't explain himself. Otherwise, it will be something else, and it will not help him. Yeah.
Well, I agree. Yeah, darling. I'm happy that you also listened and you want to take action, but then just do it and leave it. If it is apology that you want to put out, do the apology and leave it. Explaining would even make matters worse because if I am Patapaa and I'm watching, then I hear you say, "Oh, send a Kwame in the autonomy. What's I hear me another one deal." What's I am another one game? Say Kwame in the autonomy. Tina person yet on not a Patapaa the autonomy. Well, Ro, come through. Yeah, darling on the chopping board again.
Yaw Darling has expressed desire to apologize. That's fine. I understand and I am happy he wants to do it. But after listening to him, the explanation and everything, I can say or I feel that he would apologize because of how people feel about it. Not necessarily because he's seen something wrong or he saw something wrong with what he said. There are two different things. There can be an apology where I am remorseful of what I did or what I said.
Because of that.
Because of that, I am apologizing.
Yeah.
And another one would be, okay, you want an apology, have it. But given the chance, he will do something similar or the same thing. And that is the explanation with how you are feeling now.
I see.
That is why you are saying, I say, oh, be apologizing, Oza be my 10-second one account.
Yes.
That's it. So it means that, yes, when it comes to being remorseful, he is not about the issue. Given the chance, he will say it again. Oh, that one, they'll be rest assured.
I see.
He will say it again. And that is, but he's apologizing because, yes, that's why he mentioned your name. Senior man Sammy Flex says I should apologize. Then it means the issue has had certain feelings that normally it wasn't his intention to hurt those feelings. So if it is the apology you want, take it. That's how it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that because you see, and me, I will not blame Andy Dusty that much. You see, sometimes when you Andy Dusty try to get the remorse side of the guy, yes, you are apologizing, but I want to know the circumstances in which you are apologizing from. Is it out of remorse or it is simply because people are calling for an apology? And that is why he asked, how did Patapaa come into this conversation? So perhaps in an industry's mind, okay, it is another opportunity for the guy to really show people that, oh, he is not, in fact, he's come to realization and he's not cool with what he said. So he would have reiterated it in a like the apology in a better way, and not to explain. No.
Okay.
And the Dusty's motive for asking those questions was not for the guy to even explain. Oh, well, okay, you've asked, what did Patapaa's name, like how did his name even come into this conversation? It is one of those things. So I just, in my quest to make I just wanted to compare. As at that time, that was what popped up in my mind. I did not think about it, but Now I know it was wrong for me to have done that. It's simple. Simple, yes. Everybody would know, oh, it's mistake. Sometimes it happens to everybody. There are certain things that you would want to say, but for lack of a better word, it may not come into your mind.
You're not able to land it.
Yes, and you may say something different. It will not take anything away from you. For me, if he wants to apologize, no problem. But I would also advise that he stops explaining, because you see, he is not the one to show the difference between Kwame Eugene and Patapaa.
Yeah.
You are not the one to tell the way you obi or obi or you are not the one to determine that. You are not the one to tell us the difference between Patapaa and Kwame Eugene. It is there. You think these two artists, they don't know?
They know.
You think the people who patronize them, they don't know? So who are you to come and tell us that, like, oh, I was just saying because of my style of music, it more connects to Kwame Eugene than to Patapaa? Come on, like, it still doesn't, the explanation still doesn't make sense, because the explanation still goes back to the first statement that you made. And if the first statement was not right, the explanation will still not be right. And that is why some of us are not cool with the plenty explanation. There is no need for you to explain this, bro. There is no need for you to explain this. The way and manner in which the statement came out did not land well. Whether you had the best of intentions or not, it did not. Because I cannot say, oh, for me, dear, it would be better for me to be soaked in Shatawale's music all day than Yaw Darling. You will see it as very unfair. Even if to me that is what I want to say, or that is how I feel, you will still
that's why your politics.
Yes, you would still tell me I am being unfair. That you come and question me or call me out to come and explain what I mean by that statement. Is it out of malice, or it is out of the fact that maybe I love this person more than you? You see, it's very, very sensitive, and for me, I wish he would not explain plenty, bro.
I explained already.
I would say no. After this one, I mean, this is more or less like the initial interview after that particular encounter.
Okay.
So maybe in his mind he thought explaining it will calm things down, and the word is that don't explain whatever you want to say. Me, from the whole move and how he's like, his posture around this whole conversation tells me that yes, he would want, like, he wants to apologize. But whether he is remorseful or not, that one, he is not. That is the posture he is giving me. He is apologizing because, okay, somebody is hurt, somebody feels hurt. Just like Sarkodie told them, sorry for how you feel. Yes, sorry about how you feel. But given the chance, will he do it again? Yes, if somebody tells you, sorry for how you feel. Yes, how you feel there is there. But given the same circumstance, he will say the same thing again. It will not change anything, but sorry for how you feel. That is the same posture Yaw Darling is giving. Like, okay, you senior man Sammy says I should apologize. Okay, I'll apologize. But this is the explanation, bro. Cut it. Cut the explanation.
I don't know how long Andy Dusty told him they'll be waiting for this apology though, but we are also going to keep our eyes on the road to observe and to check how it should go or how it will go. I always say that in this world, if you want to look good to some people, you can. And if you want to look bad to some people, you can as well. What these stories are, they are sometimes disturbing. Young talent. I'm sure there's not something we should be encouraging. And the Dusty, guide your boy right and let him avoid some of these landmines. It is crazy. They can hurt him in the near future. Well, this will also move us into another conversation. This one, a little political. In Ghana, if you follow the arts industry in general, or even within the political space, if you're a follower of these areas, you would have realized some talents or some creatives who have decided to stick to some of these political parties. Are they doing something bad? Obviously, no. They are not doing anything bad. One of such persons is Samini, who is hugely attached to the New Patriotic Party, aka NPP. And at the time that NPP was in power for the past 8 years, Samini was heard or was seen doing this and that for them, including being appointed as one of the ambassadors for the country. Today, power has changed hands. Government A is no more, and I'm talking about NDC's government is no more now. It is
MPP.
Sorry, the NPP government is no more now. It is the NDC government that is here.
Of course.
And fortunately, unfortunately for them, now they are running affairs.
We control.
As part of their affairs, they run. Some people partner them to do events. Samini has a show way in the north called Safari Fest. Okay. And this is something that he's been doing for the past years. I have even received some calls from that area in the name of Shatawale's invitation before. And this time round, I think the one that is yet to hit us, Samini meets with Ghana Tourism Authority with the aim of collaborating with them so they will be able to do this. Ghana Tourism Authority, GTA, out of excitement, comes forward to even post, oh, we are excited to have met with Samini, and we are thinking about possible ways to collaborate with him for his Safari Fest. They put on social media. Come and see Chabo's people. The party foot soldiers. As they release young. Attack! Why are you giving it to Samini? And Samini, no. Hey! We don't know what happened. No, GTA, they delete their post. Hey! Have you got it there? They have deleted their post. It means the attacks on them, they cannot hold it anymore. Only for the industry to get up and say, oh, no, we don't want it like this. Yes, we know Samini has a soft spot for the NPP, and so what? If he deserves it, please give him the crown. If he doesn't, take it from him. And this has become conversations. There are many materials out there that I would want to read, but maybe because of time, we have understood it a lot. I've summarized it enough for you guys. So I'm sure conversations can go on. Let me ask my people, do we see this normal? Should we understand that, Charlie, it is the game? It will play like this, whether you like it or not. Chamo, let me start this with you.
Foot soldiers.
Yes, they're at work again. Remember they sacked Stone Boy from one of their shows as well.
The people that you said they don't have power.
They don't really have power like that. I mean, but
that's why I said most people.
Yeah, but I get the anger that they are coming from, and it is working for them because politicians, as we have it, especially in Ghana here, they love power, and whatever that they will do to please people who will vote for them, they will do it.
Okay.
Because this one in particular, this is not an NDC organization. This is government organization. GTA is government organization.
Okay.
It is different from the one that they were asking for them sacking Stoneboy.
Yeah.
Because that one was an NDC party.
The victory concert.
Yes, it wasn't government concert. So there's a difference. That's why I'm disappointed that the GTA is now doing this in the name of pleasing the foot soldiers. I mean, it is not right. Because Samini is also a Ghanaian. Samini pays taxes like any other person. So if government agency wants to partner with Samini, it has nothing to do with his political affiliation at this point.
Yeah.
He was being partnered because of his musical thing. Because he has what it takes to organize his show. In fact, he's been doing that show for some time now. So if government see the need to partner with him, why not? All for full soldiers to hijack it in the name of Samini is not a party member. Hey, in the party members in Kwan, did you tax?
I love this.
Party members in Kwan, any tax. And I do maybe a party members in Kwan.
Other party members in Kwan
are competent. And I said, meanwhile, this is not a political party issue here. So I think GTA, this one, they didn't get it right. I don't know how they are going to come back to this. Because if we don't take care, the foot soldiers will be dictating how we should run our things in this country.
Okay.
Mahama to Ari Akako catch and say, Sad we men ye say because any party members. No. When it comes to political issues, when it comes to your party issue, you have every right to control how it is done.
Okay.
If your leaders will allow that. But don't bring that to governors. When we are talking about government agency, even if the person in charge is your political member or would like to please you people because at the end of the day, that person will want to keep his position. That thing should be happening in your meetings.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be out there like the way that they are doing it. I mean, come on. It is not good, and I think we should talk about it for people to stop that thing.
Okay.
Party politics is different from governance, as in the nation doing something. And again, when you go to GTA, we have MPP people working there.
Fact. Just
that you don't know them.
Yeah.
So for those that you know, you will sack them, even if they are civil servants. If they have signed contract with government to work, for government to pay them at the end of the month. Also, omunye NDC for more money civil service beam. And then our corner GS na teachers in Bibri NDC for pamu teachers no more bachelor made.
Yes.
They are government agencies, so I think they should know their limit. I think they are going too far. For them saying it, we can't stop them. They will continue to say those things. But I think GTA made the wrong move by adhering or trying to please the full soldiers. When it comes to, I mean, the government issue, it shouldn't be like that. If they go for their political meetings and they demand for such things, fine. Then later they can come and take whatever decision they want to take. But they shouldn't make it public like the way that we are seeing it. It is not good for our politics in general. It is not good for governance as a government agency. You shouldn't be, I mean,
Contouring to pressure like this.
Pressure from political parties, not the whole nation, but political parties. No. And again, the reason why they want you to take the thing from Samini wasn't good enough. I mean, when you were picking Samini, you didn't consult the food soldiers.
No.
Why are you now consulting them to replace him or sack him? Why? Why?
A bad president, that's a matter of fact.
Yeah, of course. And I think they should rectify it. It shouldn't happen again.
I see. I want to prolong this with Chemo, but I don't know. But okay, let me go back to Chemo and say that. They can also argue that, Charlie, this game of politics, this how it is played. Like Mahama said some time ago. Yeah. And no, not Mahama, one of their party chairman. Okay, said, Charlie, NC, no contribution, no chop. Because when NPP was on, they also gave such opportunities to their people.
Yeah.
Now, if we are here with you and if Kama, why do you go back to the same people again?
Yeah, so you see, Chama Ofusu Ampofu's incident. It happened within them. Party. It was a party meeting. And so somebody...
Some of the creatives, there are some people who also supported them.
Yeah, of course. But the thing is, when they are discussing that, don't give Samini any collaboration deal or whatever... When they are having meeting, it is acceptable. Okay. For that one, is between them.
Okay, I get it. For them to allow it to come out.
Like.
So in this case, that's why they are giving it to their people there.
So, and
because they cited one example that at that time, Abeku Santana was calling himself tourism ambassador.
Yeah.
They told him that you are not any tourism ambassador under this government.
Good. My point.
So don't call yourself ambassador.
Yes. So now, what the GTA can do going forward is that if they are going to give anybody contract or whatever, they should come and ask their force soldiers whether it's a good decision or not.
Whether they will agree or not.
Yes, if you are going to go by their demands or whatever that they say, then that's how you should be running it. Don't go and give the deal, and then later for them to say that we don't accept it and you want to cancel it. I mean, if you do that, taxpayers are going to suffer because some of it will cost us money.
Yeah.
It will end up in debt. Because when you cancel certain contracts, you have to pay for it. You have to pay to get yourself out. So you go and sign contract with somebody, then you come out and your food soldiers say no, then you go and cancel it, and then taxpayer will pay what they call judgment debt. I mean, why should it be like that? If they want to go that way, then any decision that they want to take,
they have to come and
consult the food soldiers before they take it. Because if they do it, and then later food soldiers says they don't like it, it is going to cost us. Because judgment debt will come in. Some people will take money. I don't know if they have even given Samini something before whatever is happening is happening. Samini will not bring that money back.
Free money.
Me the married and working. And now mama ya boka. And yet food soldiers any bit access can. Taxpayers and all of us in one way or the other. And so ya enum kwa me bubo so pam. Ye tia. And the yen tia man sebi obi go take decision fun bi say. Na ye me bo ho ka. Wo nim say food soldiers any nye ho. And I walk off obi a food soldiers any nye ne ho na wo betan pese o sesa no. Na bi there be that decision no. Service be emfa kwam. And you know they should do the right thing. If you take decision and then you come out, don't go back because food soldiers are talking about it. Or come and consult the food soldiers before you take the decision. It's their choice. They should choose one.
Okay, Ro. What are you also saying about this?
The move of deleting the post or the announcement to me was a very bad one. A very, very bad
They
one.
can't stand the heat.
Which heat?
Heat, Baba.
Say heat. Yes, was a very bad one, and I wonder the kind of communication they would give to that particular action. Like, I'm just wondering, like, how are you going to explain it? Because the brands involved are no small brands for you to say, oh, I've posted something and I've deleted it without any explanation. It doesn't have, like, it will not happen. And moreover, when that post was made, Samini came to respond to it again. So why delete it? And that is where some of us would ask. In fact, you see, if we want to run the whole conversation on the lines of, oh, it is political and it is part of the game, it is part of the game. At the end of the day, this may be even the least that will happen. A bigger one may come, and if we are supposed to go that same tangent, we will lose big time, and we will regret even playing that particular game. The victory concert, another one that we are referring to in this conversation. These are two different things. So yes, they may have certain similarities, as in, okay, it is still a musician, okay, it has to do with political like politicians taking certain decisions. But these are two different lines. One was a political party who has won an election, wanted to celebrate, and they were choosing the people that they want to celebrate with. That's fine. But this one, you will not condone it because the office is different. And in fact, the office, as much as it is run by politicians, has no political tag to it and should be treated as such. Whatever decision you want to take, whatever decision you want to take, even if it is coming on a political lines, that's fine. But the moment it comes out, it is, you see, you have every right to defend it non-political or non-partisan. That's how people expect you to do it. You see, people did not, as much as NDC or any other political party may think that, okay, we are in power, we control. They did not vote for you simply because of your political, like, your political party.
Exactly.
But because they saw you competent to do the job for them. If not, we wouldn't have MPP parliamentarians in parliament. We wouldn't have MPP people controlling certain constituencies in Ghana. And I said, if it is indeed the political party, and not based on even the individuals who are running the affairs. And this can obey about YPO, be a money political party in then it would have been like that. But since we have certain people who even belong to the other opposition party now, even in the helms of affairs, including parliament, then this should tell you that at this point, yes, we are out of the political season. So even if your decision is influenced by like your political party, we don't want to know. We don't want to know. In fact, we even know that your decisions and the policies you would bring is coming from your political party. We know. But at this point, we don't want that explanation. Which is why some people will not be cool, or some of us will not be cool for the fact that, okay, Samini, and besides, the people that are calling, why are you going to give it to Samini? Why are you going to do this? Why? See, the space is open for all.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you complaining, you think you have an advantage because your party is in power. What have you presented to them better than what Samini is presenting? That's my question. You think the people in the office are okay, so be the BBA better than what Samini is offering her. They will choose Samini's phone over that person. When even they know that in their political biasness, they can better than Samini, and they will go for another person's own. No, it is not done. It is not done. And which people are these things, the things that Samini and the likes are bringing? Why won't ever benefit it? Why won't ever benefit it? It is us. And see, the people in the creative art space, I know we all have different ideologies and different affiliations, even in terms of political parties and all. Some people would think that, oh, you're buying a also. And because of that, they would want to join the ignorant campaigns of this and say no, why, and question why, like that partnership between Samini and the GTA. Who say almost champions are course now. Na boy bro more, even more than the ordinary person. Because whatever Samini does with the GTA, regardless of its political affiliation, first benefits us as an industry even before the entire country. In this join some conversation why is he giving it to political parties? Let's know that we are setting a bad precedent, and tomorrow something big will happen, and boom ni blame more. Sofa at the end of the day, when the greater majority, like the table turns, let a copy before fra. Blame more, because when the other party comes, we know they will be ruthless. With the experience that they have here. Yes, as much as we have different ideologies, when it comes to decisions like this, we want you to take it based on the fact that it is going to help the country, and not based on political affiliation or ideologies. It's, for me, it is very, very unfortunate, and I'm just hoping to see the kind of explanation
they will give
to that particular move of deleting the post, because it was bad.
Well, we pray for some of these things to come down, so as an industry we can all grow together. Now, let me do this finally before we run away from here, and it is about UTV. We have all had our own issues with Ziegah and some of the things he said over the past weeks concerning TGMA, concerning the Artist of the Year, King Promise, and all. When we thought, oh, it's only about us who are outside of the show that are not happy or that are mad at him, Arnold Asamoah Baidoo returns onto the show, and he has returned fire to the gentleman. Well, let's go watch what he's saying. When I come back, I get the views of my people, then we can run away from here.
Last week,
Now last week one about Papa.
I miss me for more pa.
Into what then?
I can create into no insurance can you miss na mini ha.
Aden ka dey ase.
One come in man we be cough back and forth pa.
Ziegah.
Yes.
Aden where dey?
Last week. We show no me share exercise me aho.
Aden
I will say King Promise winning Artist of the Year. A bad precedence. Then can you so win. I'm like, that is baloney.
Jesus.
That is ludicrous. That is outrageous. I mean, how can my senior man sit here, one of the biggest shows, and say a bad precedence for King Promise to win Artist of the Year? How? First of all, that is so no, that is, I mean, come on. That is ridiculous.
Hey. Ziegah, Ziegah said
because you see, first of all,
we borrowed into Canada.
Commentary no passing last week was disrespectful to King Promise. Wow. It was highly disrespectful to the entire organization. System that you see was saying artist of the year. This man disrespected it last week, and he ought to apologize.
Ziegah?
No, seriously, because Empress, King Promise or the merit and the question artist of the year category. We are if you are. Anybody else had the opportunity and the avenues to actually galvanize for vote, including this gentleman and artist. Or you did it, baby. We are if you are. System ne or 3 voting blocks. Board, academy, and the general public. Now, board needs us no more you who say Obia bon homoding. However, Can Promise they say the man.
Okay.
Academy members, industry stalwarts. At Nancy who said, Obia bon homoding, but Can Promise homoding no away him. General populace. At Nancy I said, Obia bon homoding. By if I Can Promise. Now gentleman we have better last week.
General populace, the voting about the BBC.
Who sound with
Did you see?
Oh, react to? You react to what? You react to what?
I don't have to react to it. React to it.
I have to. See, your competition. Yeah. Oh, congratulations. You ended it. Another thing I can say, but don't come and bastardize the system and say, hey, bad presidents. Who are you? Who pedigree again? I want to say system no flawed because King Promise has won. Don't do that again. A system has been in place for 26 years. Oh, but 2 minutes. I am because of what? Say King Palutin. We be able to say King Palutin should win what? What the man born home ordinary.
Chamo, we are closing. Ziegah and Arnold Asamoah Baidoo.
Yeah, interesting one. I think Arnold tried to tell him that what he did previous weeks, like a week before the one that they did, wasn't good. I mean, his presentation, everything was poor in terms of what he wanted to put across. He made it look like they just did Can Promise a favor, and it will even go against the scheme. The scheme will not be attractive enough going forward because Can Promise won. I mean, Arnold told him and he put him in his place that no, you can't say those things. If you do that, you are not only disrespecting Can Promise, you are also disrespecting the scheme and those in charge.
Everybody around.
Yes, and those in charge of it. So I think for me, I'm with Arnold on this one. And Ziegah comeback was even poorer than what he did the previous time. He tried to explain himself and he was all over the place. So for me, I think Arnold did a good job trying to put him in check or trying to tell him that, hey, you can submit your opinion or say whatever you want to say, but say it in a way that we can all say that, okay, this is your opinion, but we disagree, or what you are saying we don't think is the right thing to say. But doing it in a way that at the same time you are disrespecting people is not good. So for this one, I think it's straightforward. I think Arnold did a good job, but I'm wondering, or I don't think that Ziegah will take it in good faith. Based on how he tried to explain himself, I don't think he will take it. But I mean, those who are watching, people at home, I think they saw whatever happened there and they will take decision based on that. And for this one, I think Ziegah got it wrong and he should just accept it. Yes, accept it. And
but he doesn't want to.
Yes, of course. He doesn't want to accept it. And even, that's why his explanation, he was all over the place, trying to take whatever he can take into the conversation for him to make sense. But still, moving forward, he should know how to go about his things. If you want to put it out there, like, okay, you in your opinion, King Paluta deserves it more than Can Promise. Put it in a way that people will say, I disagree. Or you are making sense, let's go with you. Instead of the way how he did the thing, like say the way that you guys have done scheme no and attractive BM scheme no like how you can't get what he was trying to put across for him to make sense that Can Promise doesn't deserve the award scheme. He was all over the place. So I would just say that he should just accept it and move on instead of trying to explain himself so much that he will still not make sense that he wants to make.
I see. Ro, close the show for us. Our time is up.
Arnold did a very good job. But unfortunately, baby, I said you're going to good boss. But I am happy that he put it on record. Yes.
That you are fooling.
Exactly.
Let's tell you.
Exactly. Ziegah definitely missed it. Like, he will not accept it. He will not take it. But then, I am happy, if not for anything at all. Arnold put it on record that, okay, as much as, yes, it may be something, like the platform or the whole thing is like, you are sharing your opinion, what you think, what you feel, per your experience and everything. It is not only about that. It goes beyond that. So if you are saying something or you are doing something, know that the moment you sit like on that platform, yes, oh, can we feel this, oh, can we do, but can who say, ebi musu ti baby or musu mutie ehwe a omusua de enti se o kan sem hunu a omu be hu se o kan sem hu.
Yeah.
And that is the long and short of what Arnold wanted to tell Ziegah, but of course he missed it. And like I said, there's a difference between say obi akan bibi you don't agree with the person and it means you understand what the person is saying. In fact, you can even verify what the person is saying, but it is not enough for you to agree with the person. But once Ziegah, you can't even verify. You can't even understand what he's saying. Like, because if you want to end, the timing in its entirety makes you even question what Kasapa would say. That is why anytime he tries to bring up that conversation, that even the people around him,
they want to stop him.
Like, they are fed up. They get fed up of the whole conversation because I said, okay, can't say who. So what makes you? You understand? So if on the show people saw say, oh, Arnold Kasa Empress Gifty and Rebati when Raymond beside the question. But Ziegah Kasa, like she was doing everything possible to stop Ziegah from escalating the issue. Okay. It means that, Charlie, Asamoah wokan ye hu baby ye kofa bibi efiri mu mpo as ediate o de kama yenya bibi ba bibi kitwe bi mpo wo mi ehu so okay I had no free bar. There is nothing. If you want to compare numbers, and he mentioned, and the numbers will boom play, and he's through checking his streams will boom play one. Meanwhile, if you put him on the spot and you ask him to mention the specific numbers, he has zero knowledge. Zero. So even if you want to take that and go and run a research to know whether you would want to agree with him or not, how do you do it? Meanwhile, you want to make a case for somebody. You want to make an argument for somebody. And it is like it doesn't hold any water. Inti taswa di ani koko kakei. Asemna wo kasa. Emfa kwemu. And opa. Inti woko checking category definition na. Ehe fan chere say.
Polarity there one like baby or different baby okowi.
Yaw.
Empty statements and but you see, I am happy Arnold did not hide it. Sometimes, just to prevent people from looking down on the platform. We allow some nonsense happening it to be like, oh, and it is all right for all of us. But Arnold's approach makes us know that, oh, okay, the first one, it is not us alone seeing it from the outside.
Exactly.
Everybody is also seeing it. Personally, I watched the video and said, well, it should be like this. And I think that should be the norm. When we are on platform, now we can't pass us. We also beating guys, massa, they all can.
Jai.
And I'll be proud.
But this is a count or quine. It
is true. So I know they say Oboko to promise. Oh, but I think for some time Arnold has been doing some corrections on that.
Yeah, but still.
You know what I mean? Sometimes even if they say it alongside chapter lines, I've seen it come for chapter on some days.
He will do it. But you see, let me give you an example that you move pen. I'm painting here. When Ziegah was trying to explain. Baidoo Chumwa was on his right, Arnold was on his left. And when he was trying to explain, Baidoo Chumwa was like this. Okay? MCI boy. By force. You see, at that point, they all knew what he was saying was trash, but entering into it was formatted because after that acquired it anymore. And then lakeside, a Korean lakeside, Momwa, Kabo who they were. A typical example is when Baidoo was talking about why Kim Promise deserved to win the Artist of the Year, not Stoneball. Did you see how MCI was inside? And how Baidoo Chumwa was also entering. As at that time, that's a link side. You understand?
Okay.
So the thing here, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But I'm not in particular.
Oh, yeah.
For now, he's been correcting the people who are misbehaving on the show. And I think kudos to him. More of this moving forward. On this day, we want to say thank you for spending your quality time with us here on Showbiz Daily. My name is Sammy Flex. I did this with Roland Amate and Tim Dodi Solomon and the producers, Theophilus Digosh, Desert, as well as Sam Tuga. Let's read your commentary, subscribe to us, and let's do some more. Until then, we're out of here. Bye-bye.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.